All right, so now we're going to talk about maps. And a map is also known in some programming languages as a dictionary. And it's known as a dictionary because it associates a key with a value, just like in a dictionary, where a word is associated with a definition, right? You could think of that as like, the word is a key, and when you have that word, you can look up the definition. And so that's kind of how maps work. They allow you to associate a key with a value. It's also key value storage, right? And so to make a map, this is the way I prefer to do it. You just do the shorthand notation and you get a variable and you set it equal to, whatever, the map that you just made. And so if we do this right here and then we print our map, we get just an empty map. There's nothing in it, right? It's just a map. And now I could start adding values. And so I want to add a value. It'd be like I do this. I go M and then I give it a key. And I'm storing a string there, and so, I could just give it like Todd, like maybe I'm storing the age of people, and I'm going to set that equal to 44. There, you found out my age. And then I could do M, and I could do Henry, right? And I could set that equal to 12, right? And then I could, again, print my map and see what that looks like. And so let me run that, and it printed out my map. And I could also do things like this now, right? Where I could, just add that one in one more time, M, and then I could give it a key. And so give it the key of Henry, right? And it'll print out the value. Kapow, 12. So it really quickly allows us to store key value pairs, right? And you do it here where this is the key, and then this is the value. So I stored a string and an int. I could have also stored a string and a string. Though now if I ran it, I get an error because this is not a string which is being stored there. You don't see that error? It cannot use type int as type string in assignment, right? I'm trying to give an int and I can't use that as a string. This needs to correspond. So statically typed, right? Checks your type, catch any of those little errors. So this is the way I recommend creating maps, and that's how you use maps. And there's also one other way you could create maps, and it's like this, right? So I just take, this is kind of like the map literal or something like that. The literal values are right there. I take a variable and set it equal to, and then I just say map, and then curly braces, and key value arrangement. So that's also good if you've got a big list or something, you just want to automatically create it like that. So how might you use a map? It might be like, hey, you're creating a program and you want to have all of the state abbreviations mapped to their full names, right? So when there's an abbreviation, you can pull out the full name. That might be one thing you use it for. Anyhow, those are maps, and in the next video we're going to see how to loop over them. But first, a challenge. I want you to create a map, and inside that map, I want you to store, I got to think about this for a second. I want you to store the time at which you woke up for each day of the last week. Whoa. And just the hour, not the minutes, okay? So the time you woke up for each day of the last week. What time did you wake up? How do you store that? All right, so make sure you should have already paused the video. If you haven't paused and done that at the Go Playground, yep, go do it. But here's the solution. Only watch this after you've done it. So I'm gonna do here. What would I call this? Wake up, wake up, or alarm, or awake. Let's call it awake. And I'm gonna store the day of the week, which will be a string, and then the hour, which will be an int. And so then I would, have the days of the week here. Monday. And then whatever hour, 9. And it's just the hour. It's not also the minutes, right? And so I could copy this a couple times. So that's what it might look like when it's all done. And I run that. An undefined M, because I called it awake. So I got to change all that. Run it. There we go. On Tuesday, I woke up at 7. So you get an idea of how maps work there. In the next video, we'll see how to loop over them.